Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Sonic X-Generations for Switch and Switch 2. Now, we all know what Sonic X-Generations is. If you know, you know. It's a compilation that has two awesome Sonic games you can play. Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations. I personally played both. They're really fun. I still remember seeing the trailer for Sonic X-Generations back in 2023 when I was in the hospital. Oh yeah, this game's gonna be awesome, man. Then the trailer then we got pumped up more trailers, then the game came out. I got my copy on Christmas. This is my copy. I got this on Christmas in 2023. Can you believe this game's almost 3 years old now? Of course, you guys know Sonic X Generations. I've played Sonic X Generations. You get Gerald's Journal, the Adventure Skin, but you can also get Jam Skin. And of course, get the upgraded Digital Deluxe, and you also get the movie DLC pack. Now, I of course have some of this. The only thing I don't have is the Digital Deluxe stuff. I have this too. So other things I also have in Sonic X Generations. I've looked at this journal a bunch of times, and it's truly a good thing to have. Now, I remember getting Sonic X Generations for Christmas, and of course being like, man, I've heard nothing but good things about this game. I cannot wait to boot it up and play it. So, that's exactly what I did. I got home and booted it up on my Switch, and I remember being like, oh man, this is actually like Super Mario 3D World with Bowser's Fury, where there's two games in one. I was like, heck yeah, man, this has to be awesome. So, I ended up booting it up and choosing Shadow Generation because I heard it was like the main new content. I remember beating it. It was so fun. Then I tried Sonic Generations Remaster. It was fun. New dialogue as well was pretty cool. And heck, I like all the references this time, despite the fact it's being worked on by Ian Flynn instead of the other people who made the original Sonic Generations. So yes, Sonic X Shadow Generations was a great game to come out in 2023. It definitely was one of my favorite games at the time. I think it was 2024 or something like that. I don't know. It's one of those years. But then things changed in 2025 when we finally have the Nintendo Switch 2. So let me actually show you guys that real quick. And all that changed when we got the Nintendo Switch 2. This console was more powerful than the Switch 1. Yes, I know the price absurd being at $450 or $400, depending on which bundle you get. Santa things got me the Mario Kart bundle one, so you just put a free code and get access to Mario Kart World. I do want to talk about that. I will talk about that on this channel, probably tomorrow or something like that, but who knows. But you can play Sonic Shadow Generations or Switch 1 on the Switch 2 if you want. It won't do any upgrades for you. But also in 2025, we also got a Sonic X Shadow Generations Switch 2 version. Now, I've never seen this being like, okay, maybe there'd be an upgrade path for this. Well, unfortunately not. You only get Gerald's notebook, only get Gerald's journal, and the game card with this. Or should I say, kind of a game card? Just, yeah, look, it's a, yep, this game is a game key card. Yep. See, it even says down here, game key card. Well, the original is not a game key card. Now, the current here is saying that, okay. Let me show you. See? Not a game key card, man. It's fine. Now, between both these, now, you're probably like, okay, well then, is this different price or same? Well, the price is the same. You're basically paying $50 just like you paid $50 for this. So, what is the worst thing about it? Well, there's barely any differences. Besides the fact you can go on the Other than when you put this guy in and it finishes loading, you can go into the, you press the plus button and you go to the eShop, which is pretty cool, actually. And heck, this is not the only game keycard game I have. I actually have 2 more. I also have Pac-Man 2 Repack. I've enjoyed this game. And also SpongeBob SquarePants Tiny to the Tide. I actually want to see if I find more SpongeBob games. Now, the reason I find it weird is because games like Donkey Kong Bonanza don't have game keycard. And also, other games don't either, like Pokemon Line GA or Metroid Prime 4. And, of course, Mario Tennis Fever. These games don't have that. Same with Donkey Kong Bonanza. These games don't have keycards, and Mario Kart World doesn't. This does, but I will explain what keycard and game keycards are in a minute. This is that's the Switch 2 version. I also have my Switch 1 version somewhere. And what's cool is you can actually transfer data from Switch 1 to your Switch 2. So, you're fine. This is my Switch 1 version. And what's crazy is that since that's my Switch 1 version, it doesn't work with your Switch 2 version if you have the Switch 2 version of the game. It's kind of weird to me how it's like that, but I digress, man. I guess I just digress because it's a completely different thing, completely different cover art. I've actually played both games on my Switch. I played Sonic Generations yesterday and Shadow Generations the day before. How did they run? Well, Sonic Generations runs at smooth 60 frames per second the whole way through. I noticed no hiccups or anything. Switch 1 version, however, only runs the game at 30 frames per second. At 30, but it's okay, it's bad for high-speed platformer. Shadow Generations, I think, ran 32 FPS or something like that. And also, I think that's how it runs on Switch 2. Well, there's actually a graphical mode. There's actually a graphical mode on this thing for Shadow Generations. There's actually a graphics mode here. Let me show you. There's actually a display setting. You can change between the display quality. You can play image quality mode or performance. Performance kind of runs it between 60 and 30. Image quality kind of is like this full, I think, 30 or something like that. I mostly play with performance mode on. I mostly play with like performance mode though. And also you can see this plus button. You should just press that. A message pop up. Instead of having to put a code or something in, just go straight to the eShop. I actually have the Sonic Jam skin, the Sonic Adventure skin, and the movie DLC pack. I do not have, this is the digital deluxe edition. It's actually not that bad of a price, but I would not recommend double dipping. Now what's cool is that if you press the Y button, you get access to the skins. Choose between the original or the Jam skin, or in this case, the Adventure skin, which you can use for both modern and classic Sonic. Now, I've already played through both of these games on my Switch too, because they're just so fun. So, yeah, I have definitely played a lot of Sonic X Shadow Generations on my Switch too. Heck, I beat Sonic Generations within 2 hours, mind you guys. I beat the game like 2 hours yesterday. That's how fast I am at this game, okay? And how fast I beat Shadow Generations. I beat it in 2 hours as well. So it's really not become an issue for me. Now, I'm probably gonna hit you guys with the bone real quick on why so many people kind of crap on this thing about the Sonic Shadow Generations on Switch 2 thing. This has still been an issue since the Switch 2 was announced. And honestly, it's kind of a dumb decision. It's kind of super dumb. I wish they would just fix it. But they won't. Now, since this is a game keycard game, it only downloads from the eShop using the internet on your Switch too, which means that this pretty much isn't physical. It's basically just a download code for the digital version of a game. But the only thing is you have to keep your cartridge in the console for it to actually play, which is kind of silly to me. Unlike these versions that actually have the actual cartridge on them that you can actually just keep in your Switch and play it. So then, why the heck would you bother double dipping on this? Well, unless you want smoother graphics and maybe better loading, you can get that. And plus, the case color is also different. This one's been fully red, and this one kind of being like kind of a whitish, I think. I wish I could tell. I really wish we could tell you guys right now. But anyway, these are both $50 each, 50 and 50. Now, there have been moments where I play this and I feel like I'm generally playing a PS5 game. Seriously, that's why I felt like the entire time I played. So yeah, that is that. That will be my cover of Sonic Hedgehog Generations for Switch 2 and Switch 1. I am planning on doing a keycard talk about this eventually. I might do that eventually down the line, but it will have to wait till then. But also, I was going to wear my microphone, except for the fact that so I actually record on my phone, and I need to use the plug thingy here into my phone, but it doesn't fit fully since the case is on. Well, that sucks, which means I can't use my microphone. Yeah, that is great, isn't it? That is great, isn't it? I'll just have to talk to my dad about this later. I'll just have to talk to my dad about it. He can help me with this. He can help me. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video about Sonic Hedgehog Generations on Switch 2. I am probably going to do more videos about it when I can. But I might do another video. I have another video tomorrow at some point on. So, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. But until then, stay awesome, stay cool, and keep running. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.